Tired of using the word very? Here are some powerful alternatives to make your vocabulary more vibrant. Instead of very creative, say innovative. Instead of very crowded, use bustling. A very cute puppy is adorable. A very dangerous situation is threatening. A very dark room is lightless. Something very dear to you is cherished. A very realistic plan is practical. A very rich person is wealthy. A very risky move is perilous. A very deep thought is profound. A very beautiful painting is exquisite. A very bright light is luminous. A very accurate measurement is exact. Someone very afraid is terrified. Someone very angry is furious. Something very bad is atrocious. Someone very busy is overloaded. A very calm sea is serene. To be very careful is to be cautious. To be very charmed is to be mesmerized. Very cheap can mean stingy. A very clean room is spotless. A very clever idea is brilliant. Very cold weather is freezing. Very colorful art is vibrant. A very complete set is comprehensive. Very competitive can be cutthroat. To be very confused is to be perplexed. Very conventional ideas are conservative. The very core of an issue is the gist. Someone very depressed is despondent. Very detailed work is meticulous. A very big building is immense. A very boring movie is dull. A very brave person is courageous. A very dull speech is tedious. To be very eager is to be keen. And very easy task is smooth. And very empty place is desolate. A very evil character is wicked. To be very excited is to be thrilled. To be very willing is to be eager. Very windy weather is blustery. A very fancy party is lavish. A very far away place is distant. To be very fast is to be quick. A very fat person can be described as obese. A very fierce animal is relentless. To be very fond of someone is to be attached. To be very fortunate is to be blessed. A very friendly dog is affectionate. A very funny joke is hilarious. Very different things are disparate. A very difficult problem is challenging. A very disagreeable person is obnoxious. Very distressing news is dreadful. Very dry land is parched. To be very glad is to be overjoyed. Very good food is excellent. To be very greedy is to be impatient. To be very happy is to be ecstatic. A very hard task is difficult. Something very hard to find is rare. A very high mountain is soaring. A very huge stadium is colossal. And very exciting adventure is exhilarating. Very expensive jewelry is costly. A very humble person is courteous. And very interesting story is fascinating. A very jolly person is carefree. To be very kind is to be considerate. A very large crowd is huge. To be very lazy is to be indolent. A very light room is luminous. To move very gracefully is to move lithely. A very great achievement is terrific. Very limited resources are finite. A very little amount is tiny. A very lively party is animated. A very long journey is extensive. Very long-term effects are enduring. To be very hungry is to be starving. To be very hurt is to be battered or crushed. And very important decision is crucial. Very inexpensive items are cheap. Very loose clothing is slack. A very loud noise is deafening. A very smelly odor is pungent. A very smooth surface is sleek. Very soft fabric is downy. To be very scared is to be petrified. To be very loved is to be adored. A very lovely view is stunning. To be very mean is to be cruel. A very messy room is slovenly. Very much is often simply enough. A very neat appearance is immaculate. It is very necessary or essential. To feel very nervous is to be apprehensive. A very nice person is kind. A very noisy environment is deafening. A very painful injury is excruciating. A very pale face is ashen. A very perfect score is flawless. A very pleasant evening is amiable. A very poor family can be described as destitute or underprivileged. A very powerful argument is compelling. A very pretty dress is beautiful. To be very protective is to be defensive. To feel very Proud is to be honored. Very numerous items are diverse, something that happens very often, happens frequently. And very old artifact is ancient, and very open person is transparent. To be very quick is to be rapid. A very quiet room is silent when it's very raining. It's pouring. A very rainy day is drizzly. A very roomy apartment is spacious. To feel very sad is to be sorrowful. A very shy person is timid. A very simple solution is basic. A very skinny person is skeletal. To feel very sleepy is to be lethargic. To be very slow is to be sluggish. A very serious matter is grave. A very sharp mind is keen. Very shiny metal is gleaming. A very short speech is brief. A very strong will is unyielding. A very stupid mistake is idiotic. To be very sure is to be certain. A very talented musician is gifted. A very tall building is towering. Very tasty food is delicious. A very thin person is gaunt. A very valuable jewel is precious. Very warm weather can be hot. A very weak person is frail. To be very wet is to be soaked. Very tight clothing is constricting. To feel very tired is to be exhausted. A very ugly sight is hideous. To be very sorry is to be apologetic. A very special occasion is exceptional. To feel very unhappy is to be miserable. To be very upset is to be distraught. A very wicked person is villainous. A very wise person is a sage. To feel very worried is to be distressed. So, next time you're about to say very, try one of these instead.